Hey guys, welcome to another video of me, Crazy Skin Dog, and today we have round 3 of the SRK 2022 Championship, and this one was from Raceworld karting in Exeter, and this was a mammoth day. We had 2 rounds in one day. We had round 3 in the morning, a little bit of a break, and then round 4 in the afternoon. And to shake things up a little bit, round 3 in the morning was on the reverse layout of the track. So basically nobody had driven this layout before in the championship apart from Seb, who cheats. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, Seb had done a members race here previously, so he had driven the reverse layout, but the rest of us, brand new experience. And no pit stops or any shenanigans in this one because the pit entry didn't work, but so just straight up racing. And yeah, it was an absolute blast actually. I really enjoyed the reverse layout. It was actually my favourite of the 2 layouts, probably helped by my results in comparison to the afternoon, but we'll save that for the afternoon video, round 4 video. So yeah, let's jump in on the action and see how we get on. Okay guys, so here we are. We've got the lights getting ready to go on, and it's 5 red lights. When they go out, away we go. We're starting P5. Here we get a decent start, got Diego to our left, so we're going to try and stick up the inside because the first turn is a right hand turn, so we're going to stay up the inside there. Can I have a look? No, it's not going to open up inside for us. We're going to get bumped round, and then Diego sent it round the outside of us. We probably should have guarded from that, and then we get a bump from behind there, as you see on the apex, and we're away. We're still in P5, so we're happy with that. Diego in front is an SRK1 driver and very fast, and then we got 3 SRK2 drivers in front of him, I believe. So our aim is to try and just follow Diego through whenever he makes any moves, and then we're going to come across, and no, not going to quite open up there, and yeah, just going to try and settle in. I've got that corner wrong before the bridge there and lost a bit of time, but then we see the tightening up in front lets us get back involved, and yeah, Diego's going to send it there. We're going to get interested, are we? No, they're going to keep fighting, then we're going to get super interested. Now we're up Diego's inside, and we're going to try and stick it through there, which we are. But then we get a bit of a slide, and then Diego gets better drive, and then we can see there's another cart alongside. We're going to go to turn in, and we've just spun. I'm not too impressed there, and unfortunately I've got to wait for Shane to come past there. It wasn't safe for me to re-enter the track. Now that one at the time, you can see I waved my arms about. I was annoyed. For me, I was taking what appeared to be the racing line, but the marshals actually said that Kelvin had earned enough space. He was alongside enough to have right to some space there, and I've pinched him a little bit. Obviously, I can't see behind me whilst I'm concentrating on the corner, and also as you see, these carts have those big black kind of shields behind your head. So I didn't see him, is the honest answer. I thought I'd got enough drive and was just focused ahead, and obviously I'd been battling with Diego as well, so I was quite intently focused ahead. But yeah, I'll take what the marshal said. I can't see the incident from outside. If I close the door on Kelvin, then I close the door on Kelvin, that's fine. Obviously I paid the price in the end. Fortunately I didn't mess up Kelvin's race at all. Just disappointing for me because I was clearly quite competitive there, battling with Diego a bit, and hopefully was going to follow him through the guys in front. But now we got to get our heads down. We got to salvage something from the heat, and you can see we've got Shane, our teammate, just in front of us here, and we've caught back up to him a little bit, and we're going well. So we're going to see if we can pass him cleanly. We don't want to battle Shane too much because they're our teammates, so we don't want to be hampering either of our progress. But if I'm not getting anywhere because I'm held up by him, then I'm certainly going to try and make a clean pass on him. I'm not going to send it on him or anything, but you can see he's having struggles getting ahead of the guy in front. He's going to go for a switch back there, but he's just going to slide a little bit and not get any drive. I think the spaceship car, as it was nicknamed, the one in front of Shane, was a little bit lacking, is the polite way to put that. And then Shane's going to go wide, and we're going to send that. That was open. Shane's battling with the guy in front. He's left the door open for us there, and we've sent that. We had a chat about after. It was all good. It was a clean move. Didn't lose too much time for either of us, and I was losing a load of time just stuck behind these 2 battling. So now hopefully me and Shane are going to get on the back of this guy again, and we're gonna move through him and progress up the road. And yeah, so there we go. We can see it's a bit slow into the entry there. I'm going to catch right up. And as we come down here, it was very hard braking into this hairpin from this direction. Wasn't really sure. I was kind of braking as we cut diagonally across the track, and trying not to pinch the brake too much, really. And then here I seemed to get a decent line through here. I just couldn't get the drive on the switchback that time, but we got decent drive, and we're going to slot into slipstream. And I'm getting much better entry into there. I think he might be braking, whereas I'm just lifting. So we're catching right up in that section. So I think the plan is just to stick on him through this section and try and say, oh, he's going to slide dead. Oh, and we just couldn't get tight enough round, and we just clip his back corner. And that sends him on and kills our momentum, unfortunately. These karts seem really susceptible to contact. They kind of just locked onto each other, and we've just lost loads of drive. You can see how much time I've lost from that little couple of mistakes there. But we're going to try and get back on. He's going to slide a little bit coming out that corner. Yeah, just head down at this point. It is 12 lap heats with 12 karts in each heat, so there's a lot of time. It doesn't feel as long as it sounds, but there is a lot of time. He's going to slide there. We're going to get a switch back on. We're going to line it up. We look good. We look good. We look good. Oh, and that's again, that's one probably similar to where I closed the door on Kelvin at the start of the heat. The gap was there. I've got the tyre in, and it's just hard to have the awareness of someone being at your right rear tyre because of that shield behind your head. I mean, let me know if you think that was penalty. Ultimately, I didn't get a penalty in this heat, so the marshals were okay with it. It was one of those, probably 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I mean, you have to go for the gap, don't you? But I probably should have been maybe a bit more alongside before I went for it. And then the other guy probably needs to be a bit more aware that I'm there, so that we don't make contact. It's probably as much my fault as his fault. But we managed to get through in the end, and I don't think I spun him out too much to really gain from it. I think I had the overspeed anyway, but let me know if you think that I'm wrong. And there we go, we get the checkered flags. We got that overtake then right at the end, and it was a super quick entry to the pit, straight off that, straight and into the thing. So that was a disappointing finish to that heat. I think we took a P9 after all. I think there was 11 karts in that heat. But yeah, so let's get into the next one. Okay guys, so this heat 2 starting in P10. See, we're waiting for the lights here. 5th light on, away they go out real quick, and we're going to try and get some moves on. We got Harrison to our inside, we know he's quick, and he's going to get better driving us across there, and it's going to go a bit crazy in front, so we're going to just try and see what opens up. So we take the inside, but that's going to leave Harrison on the inside for this left-hand hairpin. So let's see if we can do anything there. No, we're going to stick around the outside though. We're going to get through the middle of him, and there's a lot of contact at the start here, and Harrison's going to get better drive thanks to all that contact, unfortunately. But him and Gabe are going to fight ahead, and we're going to see if we can't get a switch back. Really wide, no, we can't quite get the cutback. Harrison gives us the super secret signal, so we're gonna honour that. It's always worth working together when you're at the back. No point in us to fighting and letting that pack right in front of us get ahead. And I mess up the corner anyway, and they pull away from me, so it's all good. So yeah, we're gonna get involved hopefully soon enough. Though there's a lot of battling going on ahead. You see, that's a long train of karts. And yeah, Gabe seems to be struggling a little bit, sliding a little bit there. Harrison's all over his back, but then Gabe's all over. Aiden's back in front of him, and then Jason's in front of Aiden. Now, Jason is a monumentally good defender, and he was super quick today. He performed really well. He had a fantastic day. And then Harrison's going to clip that curb, and you see how much it costs you. I'm just right on his tail straight away. These karts really, just any time they touched anything with these barriers around them, they just stopped. It just came to a complete stop. So yeah, even clipping an apex by a little bit, it just killed all of your drive, and that was shown there. But we're gonna get a good drive round there. But Harrison's really fast, so we're not likely to get battling with him anytime soon. And they're battling ahead, so we're gonna see what we can do. And Harrison's left the gap open, and we're just gonna stick our nose in. And before he can kind of get back across, he realised, you saw, and he went to get across, but it was already open. Sorry, mate. Let's stick my nose in there. And yeah, we've got that move done, because we got the inside for the hairpin then. Now Harrison is really quick, so we've got to try and keep him behind us, and we got an SRK 1 driver in front of us in Gabe, but we've got really good drive round there, and we're going to try and hang it wide and see if we can't get something going on. No, we're just going to have to follow there, See what's opening up though. Oh, and then I just slide into the barrier under braking there. I just pinched the brake, I think. These karts, the brakes were good until you went too far, and then they just locked, except you didn't always know where too far was. There was no warning before you got there. It was kind of like a cliff. You're just like braking, gone, and you've slid, from me anyway. But yeah, so that was a bit of a mistake there. We see Gabe struggling to get in front ahead there, and we're going to get very interested in this battle as we see what opens up. I think this is Josh Fincher ahead. He's got the same suit and gloves as me, so I remember complimenting on his choice of suit and gloves, because it's a very good choice of suit and gloves. You might even have the same boots, or very similar at least. But yeah, so shout out to Josh. Good choice of suit and boots and gloves. And then Gabe's going to send it, and we're going to follow it. And Aidan spun. No idea what happened to spin Aidan, but then we've followed Gabe through, and we gained 2 places from that. That was nice. That's ideally what you want to do. If the 2 in front are battling, decide which one you think is going to win, and there the inside line was clearly the better line, so I just followed Gabe through, and Aidan happened to have been spun, and then Gabe's going to get a bad drive, and we're just going to stick up the inside, and we made 3 positions in 1 lap. I was feeling good on this reverse circuit. It seems it's just driving really well. This kart might have been a rocket, I don't know. I think it had a few complaints for the brakes, but it was fast. And yeah, we've managed to overtake Gabe, which is a rare treat for me. Overtaking an SRK1 driver, especially one of Gabe's quality. And yeah, now we got Jason ahead, and you see in front of Jason we got Matt and Sam, and they're having a pretty epic battle, I think, at this point. And hopefully that's going to allow us to start to catch up. Yeah, you can see Jason's right on Matt's tail. Matt's doing well considering he's got the spaceship car. He's going to send it. Oh, that's a lot of side-to-side contact. And then Sam's going to hang it, and then Jason's going to benefit from that and get on the inside of Matt, and you know Jason's going to send it. No shade towards Jason there, but you know he's going to send it. And I'm going to try and switch back. No, just as I'm getting the switch back, unfortunately for me, Gabe clips my back corner. There was no way he could got out of it. It wasn't malicious. I know I shook my head at it, but it was just one of those. I was about to go for the drive, and I got the nick on the back corner. And we're going to look interested because Matt and Jason are fighting, but I know Matt is much faster than me. So I'm more hoping to follow Matt through Jason, because Jason's really good at defending, and Matt's more likely to overtake him than I am. So we're looking to follow Matt through if he gets Jason. And this has been a great heat so far. I really enjoyed this heat. I had an absolute blast in this heat, and yeah, I definitely enjoying watching this one back and commenting on it. Is he going to look open? No, but Matt's going to send it. Oh, that's an interesting move. I think Matt got a penalty for that one. He got a penalty in this heat, and that means we've got Jason. So yeah, nice. Cheers, Matt. Opened that door for us. Unfortunately, we couldn't get past Matt as well, because they both kind of slid out and just blocked the entire track. So there was nowhere through for us to just drive off into the distance. But yeah, it's a good battle so far. And we've now got Jason behind us with Matt in front, and Matt seems to be struggling in that spaceship car. But then I'm going to hit that barrier. I'm just going to drive into the barrier. You know, he's struggling ahead, so why not drive the barrier? And then Jason's going to send it. Oh my god, it just absolutely, you can see what I thought of that. We did have a chat about it after, and he just didn't expect, and then I got loaded there. You can see I'm not happy with the loading after the torpedo, and then that's allowed him up the inside of me, essentially that loading before. But we got yeah, there we go, we get the drive to the finish line. That was the checkered flag. We got the better drive off the line. You can see what I thought of all that contact at the end of the heat. I wasn't happy, but no, me and Jason had a chat, and Jason drove fantastically all day. So yeah, we're all cool on that front. Heat at the moment and all that. You like to shake your head and wave your arms, don't you? We had a chat about it after though. All is good, but that was a fantastic heat. I really enjoyed that heat. Yeah, I haven't even commented about what position I was in or anything. You'll see that on the overlay. I had a whale of a time in that heat, and I've talked over into the video for the next heat. I had such a good time in that heat. Lots of battling, lots of overtakes. That was karting for me. That was really enjoyable. Just one little note from that heat. I got a penalty, and I don't know what for. I still don't know what for. I didn't know I got a penalty until about 6 heats later, when it was put up on the scoreboard. And it wasn't a pit stop penalty or something. The track applied a penalty to me for that heat. If there's anything in there you saw that you think was a penalty, let me know, because I still don't have any answer. It was too late to ask the marshals by the time I found out. I assume it was some kind of bump and pass or contact penalty, but there was a lot of contact in that heat, but I don't think I benefited from any of it. But feel free to let me know where I did. Timestamp it in the comments below so that I can go back and... So after that epic heat 2, we're into the third heat and we're lining up on the grid here. Probably going to have a little bit of a wait for the rest of the grid to be sorted, but we're P3 for this heat. I've gone too far forward, Marshall's kicking me back a little bit. Looks like we've got Jake Shute to our left and Gabe in front, so yeah, tough in front. And we also saw when we were in the pits, we got Ryan Taylor and Sam Slater in 7th and 8th, I think they were, and we got Chris Ball in 4th right next to us. So this is a tough heat, but the majority of them are starting behind me, so let's just drive fast and defend, I guess. Yeah, this is a long wait, but I'll just waffle on through it. This track was actually really fun. I really enjoyed it. Before we went, I wasn't too sure. Indoor track, probably lots of contact coming, but actually, other than the track not showing when they applied penalties, I don't mind penalties being harsh. I'm fine with penalties being harsh, but the track didn't have black and white flag. Oh, here we go. The lights are on. 4th light, 5th light. Hold in. Well, lights out, away we go, and we're going to get a good drive. We're going to get up the inside of Jake. We're going to get side by side at least, and it's a right hand corner, so we're going to look interested. Yeah, we're going to get up the inside. We're going to hold it. Yeah, we're going to hold it, and we're up into P2, and Gabe's just in front. Now, we caught Gabe in an earlier heat, but he had somebody in front of him slowing him down, so maybe we can catch him in open air? I don't know. But my main focus right now is just staying in second, to be honest. I'm maybe a little bit negative minded in that. Gabe's already pulled a massive gap as well, so I'm not expecting to catch that up on him. Although he has taken a very wide line there, but he gets a decent drive out the back. Yeah, I may be a little bit negative minded in that once I'm in this position where I'm like 4 or 5 kart lengths back from the kart in front, I don't trust myself to catch them, especially an SRK1 driver that I know is fast. I don't trust myself to catch them, so I start to think about the guys behind and what I'm doing in relation to them, which obviously means I end up falling back towards the guys behind, because that's where my focus is. I think I just need to focus on the guys in front. But at the moment I'm happy with this. We're P2, we've got some clean track to just get some times in. We can see Chris and Sam coming down the ramp behind us there. I think they may be P3 and 4. But hopefully they're going to fight each other. As you can see, they're side by side there, coming towards us on the track. Handily at this track, you looped back on yourself a lot, so you could see where the other guys were in relation to you. And actually throughout this heat, as I'm coming over the bridge, as we come down the bridge here and go left through this hairpin, your eye is naturally drawn towards that bridge, so you can just keep a marker on where the guys are. And if you know the helmets and we're paying attention there, you'll see that Sam is now ahead of Chris and almost certainly chasing us down at a rapid pace. Gabe has disappeared. He's gone. He's decided he's winning this heat and he's off. I've decided I'm going to finish P2 no matter what. So that's the aim. P2. We're going to keep this gap between me and Sam and Chris, and we're gonna take a P2 definitely, right? So yeah, it's just head down, put in some decent laps, and just trying not to focus on the guys behind too much, because as I said, that is a bit of a bad habit of mine. Of once somebody starts to catch me, I seem to allow them to catch me quicker. I focus too much on them, lose a little bit of concentration, make a mistake, and then they start catching me quicker. So I need to just get my head down and drive my laps, my race, and if they catch me, then they were going to catch me either way. But if I just drive my way and I'm faster when I'm driving that way than when I'm paying attention behind me too much, it's going to take them longer to catch me, and there's more chance of keeping them behind. But obviously we know Sam is a fantastic driver, very fast, obviously multiple BIKC championship in middleweight class, and yeah, so Sam's a fantastic driver, a great guy as well. Will always give you tips and advice, and then use some other tips that he hasn't told you yet to overtake you. Now he's great at giving out the advice and the help, and a really fair racer and very fast racer. So to race with him on track is always a learning experience. I learn something new every time I race with Sam on track. And here we go. I'm going to go a little bit wide, but we're okay. Okay, I'm taking a tight entry in that to try and keep Sam behind, and it's pushing me wider mid-corner, because as you can see now, I'm pretty sure Sam is right on my tail, because we can't see him at all in any of this footage. So that usually means they're right on your tail. But we're getting decent drive through this section again, and this reverse layout, it is quite hard to overtake, and I wasn't massively off the pace, despite being in the lower class. Yeah, I'm going to run really wide there, but Sam's not going to get his nose up the inside on this lap. But I've got a feeling that's something he's going to try and exploit soon enough, right? I'm tight on the entry and I'm drifting wide later on, so there's definitely a door there that he's going to be looking interested in getting up the inside of. And but we get a good drive round here, coming down the straight. And are we going to leave the door open again this time, or are we going to hold it tighter? Yeah, no, we're going to do pretty much the same. No, that's better. That's better. There wasn't a full cart width there, so we've denied it to him that lap. But we can see Chris is closer to us this lap as well, so that kind of slightly more defensive line is pulling Chris into play, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for me, because if I can pull Chris into play to challenge Sam, then obviously there's more chance of me staying ahead as those two fight it out behind me. You can see Sam must be right on my tail now because I'm looking at both shoulders, and I go really wide. Sam gets interested there, and then there's a little bit of a pinch, and Sam lets me through, because this was one we discussed after, because it was from both of us. I think Sam felt there was a little bit of contact going into the corner, and then as we hit the apex, I'd managed to win the corner to a degree, but I turned in a bit early and pinched him towards that apex, and so that was one of those where there was no penalty, nobody was completely in the wrong, but we both kind of had a little moment with each other. And then we see Sam, unfortunately for him, he's much more confident into that hairpin than me, so that little slide there was a nudge from Sam from behind. And then he didn't want to gain off of that loading because they were being quite harsh on penalties, so here he hasn't challenged me through this corner, and we're going to see the checkered flag and we're going to hold him off. So that was a great race, and shout out to Sam. He was very good after. He came up and we had a chat about both of those incidents towards the end there, and I give him a thumbs up, and we were all good. That was a fantastic race as well, not just because I finished ahead of him in the end, but just all round great racing. And we'll jump into the next one. Okay guys, so the finals, we got ranked into the C final, and we were P2 on the grid for the C final. I'm currently P4 in class, and second and third are in the B final. So I need to win this final to get through to that final to fight for a podium. And unfortunately I got a penalty in the second heat, and then there was a couple of penalties in the final heat which allowed Jason to jump up to the same points as me, and he had faster lap time than me in the standings. So that put me P4 in class and dropped me down to this final compared to the other one. See, we've got Jen, who's an SRK1 driver, in pole, and we've got Ollie Bayani to my right here just appearing. He's also an SRK1 driver. So I've got a challenge, and we're doing the YMCA on the grid. Thumbs up from Ollie. I got a challenge to win this one. Only the winner goes through to the next final. So I need to get ahead of Jen from the start and round the outside of the first corner, and hope her and Ollie battle enough for me to have a chance. We will see how that goes shortly, I am sure, once the grid is lined up. But yeah, I really enjoyed the heat so far. I think I've done well up to this point, raced really well, had some good results. Just unfortunate to drop into the C final when second and third in class were in the B final. Here we go, the lights are on. Lighting up, and we're waiting for them to go out. Jen's drifting a little bit, and they're quite early, and then we're going, and we see Ollie he's passed us. You can see the look of confusion from Ollie there, literally side head staring at me as he passed me by the start finish line. This car, once it was going, it was fine, but it just didn't put any power on from stationary. So now at this point, it's up to speed, I'm fine, but the damage is done. Ollie's ahead of me. There's no way I'm catching and overtaking him now. So yeah, I guess that's my chance at a podium gone, because the car didn't pull away from the line. But anyway, not being negative, we're going to get our heads down, because hopefully these two are going to fight, and we're going to be able to stick on the back of them and pick up any pieces of said fight. but unfortunately for us at the moment, they're not fighting too hard. They're pulling away from us a little bit and probably going to fight in a couple of laps' time. But yeah, that was a disappointing start, and we can see they've already pulled quite a distance on me. And we're now just hoping for an incident to pull us back into contention, really. But if we can consolidate this position, this P3 on the road, and score some decent points in the championship, that's still good. He's still 4th in class. We see Ollie making the move up ahead. We're not close enough to take advantage of that. And then coming around this hairpin, no, we can't take advantage whilst Jen's pushed offline. So I think that's our opportunity gone to challenge for the win. Even more so, it was already gone, but any chance of any chaos ahead, unless Jen's gonna start torpedoing Ollie, has gone now, I'm afraid. But yeah, if I can stay P3 on the road, I'm happy with that. We'll take a 4th in class, and yeah, decent haul of points in the championship. But we got to keep this P3 on the road. That's the challenge now. And yeah, Ollie's checking out front. Jen's still a little bit within reach, but well, actually we're gaining around that corner there a little bit. So yeah, let's get interested. Let's see what's coming on ahead. But we're going to clip around. No, we're all right. We're all right. Yeah, we're driving well, and I think all through this round in the morning on this reverse circuit, I really enjoyed this reverse layout. I really seem to be able to drive it better than the regular layout when we did the practice earlier in the week. We came down here for a practice session, and yeah, this reverse was fun. I'm not looking over my shoulder, so I don't think there's anybody too close behind, or I'm taking my own advice and just focusing ahead and following those guys ahead. Oh, there I look behind. But yeah, I think I'm following my own advice, just heads down, following the guys in front. And the good thing here is Ollie's pulled away a little bit and Jen's pulled away a little bit, but hasn't completely gapped me. So I'm happy with my pace here. This is 2 SRK1 drivers in front of me, so to be maintaining the gap to them relatively well is positive for me, and not being challenged from behind currently, from what we can tell. So yeah, I'm happy with this so far. Obviously disappointed with the start dropping me right back behind Ollie, but there we go. It happens sometimes. It's rental karting. You have the luck of the karts, as it were. When Jen's hit the barrier ahead, and you just see how much that kills all the momentum, but she's on the racing line, so there's no way through for me there. Can we get a switch back here, and we're going to get a nudge from behind there. So there's somebody on my tail now very interested in overtaking me. So this has just got a little bit more exciting here. No chance of promotion through to the next final, because only 1st place gets promoted. That's another encouraging bump out of that corner. After the apex is generally fine. Oh, we got a yellow flag, only momentarily, but there was a yellow flag for a moment there, and then Lucas is gonna just load me through there. Yeah, I think that was kind of unlucky for him because of the way the yellows came on. They slow the karts down at this track when the yellows came on, and then when they restarted, obviously this kart was dead off the acceleration, so I just got loaded like hell into that corner. And as we see, the only time all day they showed a board for a penalty, so now I know Lucas has got a penalty, so I just sit here because it's a 2-place penalty. So if he overtakes Jen and gets into 2nd, he still drops back to 4th, and I'm 3rd. So yeah, I'm just calm at this point. I was annoyed at the incident. The more I thought about it after, I realised it was more due to the yellow lights coming off than anything sinister. But I was loaded and he did pass me because of it, but he got a penalty for it, so that's fine. And look how much happier I am about it when the board is shown. And they showed the board in these finals in the morning, but that was the only time. They didn't use them for round 4 in the afternoon at all. It was just perplexing is the only way I can think to describe it. But we know he's got a penalty, so we just get our head down. Obviously now we've lost out to Jen through that. We lost too much time from that instant. So now Jen's pulled away a bit, so P2 is definitely out of reach. But again, as I said earlier, we're P3 on track, so we're happy to maintain that. If we make a mistake and clip the barrier and lose even more time. But yeah, we're effectively P3 on the road because of that penalty applied. So we're happy with that. We can see Shane's right behind us in effectively P4 on the road, because Luke's going to get dropped 2 places for the penalty. No progression through to the next final to fight for the podium, but P3 on the road and in that final is good. We're happy with that. Decent result in the end. Disappointed to take P4 in class and miss out on the podium, but let's take a look at those results. Okay guys, so here we got the top 20 up. Won't see me on this one. As you can see, there's only 2 little green boxes for SRK2. You can see Harrison made it into an A final, finished 8th, which is crazy for an SRK2 driver. Looking forward to you getting promoted into SRK1, Harrison. No, I keep pulling Harrison's leg about that, but he is probably too fast for the rest of us in SRK2, so he's going to have a very successful season if he remains in SRK2. And then we can see Jason took P2 in class there, 20th overall. I'm not sure what happened in the final, but I know Matt, my teammate, he was in there, and he ended up at the back of that one through some incident, but I don't know what happened with that. So we'll jump on to 21st onwards, because that's where we are and most of SRK2 are, and we'll see Matt, my teammate for this round, up there, 21st overall. He had a really good day. Matt's first round in SRK, and first round racing with us in Swift Cooper B, and he takes top points for the team on the day. Great addition to the team. I'm looking forward to Matt being able to make future rounds and joining us in Swift Cooper B. Really slotted into the team well, got on well with Shane as well. We had a fantastic day, the 3 of us just chilling on the side of the track in between rounds and all that. Great stuff. And then you'll see me 23rd overall, 4th in class with that C final result. I'm happy with that. Disappointed not to get a chance to fight for the podium, because I think I had the pace to push for that podium, but can't moan at a 4th overall. I've already got my target of 1 podium this year, but you can always want more, can't you? And we'll have to see how round 4 goes. Remember, this is only the morning session. There was another session in the afternoon, so I was feeling good after this morning session, feeling on the pace, feeling competitive, and yeah, was happy with how I performed, happy with the result, scored decent points for the championship, and hopefully that's put us up back in the top 3 of the championship, because I'm sitting at P4 after 2 rounds. We won't have a championship points update in this round, because obviously we had 2 rounds in one day, so the next points update is after round 4 and includes 1 dropped round, so it's a little bit more representative of the overall picture of the championship, but that'll be in the round 4 video coming after this. So thank you very much for watching again, guys, and yeah, look forward to round 4 and future rounds, and we'll catch you soon. Goodbye.